Good morning. It's Thursday, March 29, 2012, and welcome to this edition of Thursday Morning Live. I'm Jabari.
I'm Thatcher. And I'm Caroline. We begin today's program with rumors that the BlackBerry company is going out of business. Many people are thinking, with so many BlackBerry buyers, how could they go out of business? With the new iPhones and Androids coming out, BlackBerries are facing more competition since the BlackBerry industry is an older company. There are many people that want to try a new phone. They won't go out of business, but they are a dying brand. Nobody wants a BlackBerry device anymore. They want Android and iOS, says Danielle Solis from North Dakota. So for right now, it appears that the BlackBerry product is not going anywhere.
There was a new rule in the state of North Carolina that teenage drivers must now keep a logbook of how much they have driven and keep a log of it. The log needs to have a minimum of at least 60 hours of driving and no more than 10 hours a week. 10 hours out of the 60 hours must be at night. Then the logbook must be signed by a supervising parent, grandparent, or a legal guardian in order to get the completed 60 hours.
This year's presidential elections are very interesting. On the Republican side, Mitt Romney is leading, but Rick Santorum is right behind him. President Obama is running for a second term. This year's elections is one of the most important ever because the United States economy is very bad right now, so everyone wants the best president to be selected. North Carolina's primary, the time when our state can vote for their party candidates, is on May 8th.
We all know Miss Morton and her family are leaving Summit and moving to Atlanta. Miss Morton will be the new head at Westminster School for grades K through 12. TML asked Miss Morton how she felt about leaving Summit, and she said, quote, "It has been a privilege to serve teachers, students, and parents at Summit. The past 3 years, I have made so many close friends with whom I want to stay in touch. I have also learned a great deal and grown professionally in life. Times of transition are never easy, and I really dislike saying goodbye to dear friends, but I'm grateful to have technology that allows us to stay in touch." Some of her favorite experiences here include her having her second daughter while here, who forever will be her Summit baby. She will always remember crisis times like the swine flu outbreak that ultimately shut down the 8th grade trip to Williamsburg. But mostly Miss Morton said she'll remember the hysterical laughter she enjoyed each and every day with some of her dearest coworkers she could ever ask for. We all wish Miss Morton and her family well with the move, and we really had a great time with her at Summit.
There will be a new head of upper school after Mrs. Morton leaves. Gardner Barrier comes from Westchester Country Day School in High Point. He is assistant head of school there and head of upper school. Barrier is an adjunct professor at the Wake Forest University School of Business. He becomes the head of upper school in June.
New York Knicks player Jeremy Lin is insane. His average is about 15 points per a game, with 6 assists. He even has a Ben & Jerry's ice cream named after him. It's called Linsanity due to his huge scoring rampage. He has declined lately, but is still going strong. He's of Chinese and Taiwanese descent. There have been some negative comments made about Lin in the press. We'll hear more about Lin in the future.
What are you doing for spring break? Going to the beach, staying at home, visiting family, going out of the country, skiing? So many choices. Which one are you choosing? Let's see what you said.
I am going to the beach. I might be going to Mall of America, but I also might be going to Los Angeles.
I'm going to Florida.
I'm sleepy.
I'm going to Madrid.
I don't know.
I have no idea.
Wait, it's spring break. I'm going to Key West.
I'm going to the beach.
I'm going to San Diego. I'm going to Baltimore.
I'm going to Disney World.
I am staying here in Winston-Salem and hopefully doing some fun stuff with the kids, but we're just going to relax.
I'm spending half the spring break in Tampa, Florida with my dad and my sister, and the other half here in Winston.
I hope to catch up on some sleep.
Spring break.
I think I'm staying here.
Narnia was a play performed by the 8th and 9th grade. Sam Stopyris said the play was great. Many people agreed with what Sam had to say. A fan favorite was when the wolves scared everyone as they entered. Some people enjoyed it so much that they went to all 3 shows. Anna C. Daggett said the scenery was great and the actors were wonderful. Overall, it was an outstanding play.
Think fashion. What are some of the new trends for this spring? One of the new trends are high-waisted shorts and high-waisted skirts. You can get these things at Urban Outfitters, Forever 21, Lulu's, and many other places. Some of the new colors are Tangerine Tango, Solar Power Yellow, Bellflower Purple, Citylite Blue, and many more. Miss Von Furstenberger, a famous designer who's coming out with new wrap dresses at Gap Kids and her website. Ruffles and crop tops are new also. They are some of the trends for this spring.
Let's go now to Anna C. for a special report on the exciting news concerning Triad Academy. Anna C.?
Thanks, Thatcher. As most of you know, Summit announced that they are acquiring Triad Academy. Triad Academy is a school that specializes in working with and helping children with learning differences. The TLC is going to be transformed into classrooms to accommodate the teachers and students from Triad Academy. However, Mrs. Reynolds and Mr. Tucker are still going to have their classrooms in this building. The students from Triad Academy will become students at Summit School, but they are going to be part of another division called Triad Academy at Summit School. I'm joined this morning by Miss Carrie Malloy, the director of Triad Academy. Good morning, Miss Malloy.
Good morning, Anna C.
So, what is going to be exciting about the merger?
Well, there's so much exciting to me about it, it's hard to not think about anything that's not going to be exciting. I think the thing that's most exciting for our students and our faculty is I look at all of the amazing things that you have on this campus, like this very studio, and we have many, many very creative kids. So it's going to be terrific for them to be able to participate in all of this. And I think what's exciting for Summit students or Summit parents and their faculty is that we have a very specialized way of teaching children who need a special way to learn to read and write and spell. We have faculty who really understand that and know what they're doing. So it gives Summit students who need that special help an opportunity to learn from our teachers. So there's lots of it that's really exciting. And I think it's a win-win for the whole community of Winston-Salem.
So how will this event affect the students who are already attend Summit?
Well, there are some students who will come to Triad Academy at Summit School for a part of their day or even more longer of their day if they need our specialized instruction. So just as students as they get older here change classes and move about the campus, some students will come to the Triad Academy division.
So what do the Triad Academy students think about the merger?
Well, actually, they're very excited about it. I have to tell you, we have a lot of students who used to be Summit School students, so they know about your school and they know about your campus and some of your traditions. And a group of 6th grade boys came to me and wrote me a letter and said, we are way behind the 8 ball with regard to Spirit Day. Summit has Spirit Day on Fridays and we don't have it, and we want to have one. And so they've started on Fridays wearing our colors, which are blue and green, or Summit colors, green and orange, to school. So they really are in the spirit and are really pretty excited about it. Plus we have lots of good athletes, so they're excited about having teams because we don't have sports teams now.
Okay. So what can we look forward to?
You can look forward to meeting new friends and having a great new group of kids on this campus and some neat teachers too. I will tell you, I think I mentioned earlier, our kids have lots of talents. Oftentimes kids with dyslexia may have difficulty or need a different way to learn to read and write, but they come with amazing talents and gifts. A lot of my kids are artists and they're athletes and they're good with drama. So I think you'll see a great new group of kids come on campus who have lots of talents to share.
Okay. So there are also many little questions that the students here have, such as will the Triad Academy students take ERBs, play sports, and go to dances? Right.
So I talked a little bit about the sports, and yes, absolutely, they will have the opportunity to try out for sports teams. We have a group of administrators and teachers working on scheduling, and at this point what we think is that Triad students in the Triad division and other students who are in other divisions of Summit will go to block and studio together. They'll go to lunch together. They'll go to recess. They'll play on sports teams together. So there will be lots of movement back and forth.
Thank you for joining us today. For Thursday Morning Live, I'm Anna C.
This year at Summit, softball is gone. After talking to 5 people who played or coached last year, in most of their opinions, they all miss Summit softball and are sad Summit softball is gone. With the new sports coming in at Summit, other sports numbers have decreased. Some people know why softball is gone and some don't, but lacrosse coming in and softball and soccer's numbers have decreased. It teaches you a lot about sportsmanship. Last year's coaches both played at South Little League growing up. Mrs. Meinberg went to R.J. Reynolds High School this year and is coaching softball there. Softball is a great learning experience. Kaylin said playing last year she made so many new friends that she wouldn't have met if she didn't play last year. Everyone hopes softball will come back in the future.
Now, do you really know chocolate? Is chocolate unhealthy? When is chocolate too much? What are the good things about chocolate? Some people underestimate the powers of chocolate. It contains over 300 mineral properties, reduces stress, keeps teeth healthy, and protects against heart disease. Now, why are kids limited to a certain amount of chocolate? Who knows? But when it comes right down to it, chocolate is almost as healthy as broccoli.
On February 13th, there was an apple contest for whoever got the 25 billionth app purchase. The winner got a $10,000 Apple Store gift card. The lucky winner was Chun-Li Fu from China. This app was called Where's My Water? Fu got this app for free. Each person could only do 25 entries per person each day. In order to claim a prize, the winner will sign a release form within 48 hours. If a potential winner is disqualified for any reason, the sponsor may award a prize to an alternate winner by random drawing. Apple's apps are the most popular in the world. In December, Google announced that it had passed 10 billion app downloads with its Android phone. By comparison, Apple has sold 2.5 times as many apps as Google.
Now it's time for our Passionate People segment, which spotlights Summit students doing things they love.
I'm Anna C. Daggett, and I love to run. I won my first race when I was 10. I ran the Turkey's Trot Mile Fun Run on Thanksgiving Day and won for the females. My prize? Bragging rights and an 18-pound turkey. I've won many prizes since. I won the same race again the next year. I participated in track last spring and cross country in the fall. Running is one of my biggest passions. For me, running is a lot of hard work, but it also runs in the family. My dad runs and has competed in many triathlons. He has participated in the Ironman Triathlon World Championship in Hawaii 5 times. Also, my mom started running a few years ago and just completed her first half marathon. For Passionate People, I'm Anna C.
Sarah has our Thursday Morning Live editorial.
Snack is gross. I'm not the only one who doesn't like it. I believe that snack could be a lot better than it is. I have talked to a couple people and their take on it. Carolyn Osborne says, I want more of a variety, healthier and not chips every day and not juices every day. Be gone with the nasty juices. Also, Samster Power says, juices are really bad and gross and to have them every day is not good. I also asked what we could do to improve the snack, and Caitlin Anderson answered with, less chips, different drink choices because the juices make people's teeth bad. Grayson Jennings added, anything but the gross things that we are having now. When I asked Caroline Osborne about the drink choices, she said they are gross, very easy to spill, and really icy. Snack is not very healthy and Summit could do much better.
Sunday, I witnessed a terrible loss as Carolina lost to Kansas, 80-67. There were so many technical errors on the court committed by the Heels in the last 3 minutes, including not scoring. There were some questionable calls by the refs, but it really didn't matter. If you were a Tar Heel fan, it made for a very stressful game. Carolina has not played well in the past 2.5 weeks, and not having their starting point guard didn't help matters. So, the Final Four includes Kansas, Ohio State, Kentucky, and Louisville. I'm going with Ohio State to win it all. This is Eli with sports.
Spring break forecast, high upper 70s, low mid 50s. Sunny, chance of rain Saturday and Thursday, and think hot.
That will do it for this edition of Thursday Morning Live. For everyone here at TML, I'm Thatcher. Goodbye, everyone.
And I'm Caroline. Have a great spring break.
And I'm Jabari. Good night, America!
Woo!